All right, guys, I'm here with a very special guest today. You may recognize her or you may not, because the first time she was on this show, we were virtual and there was no video. Video did not exist yet.
Oh, true.
I know. Video.
Zoom and it was just audio.
Yes, video did not come for like 3 months,
Okay.
I think. Anyway, I'm here with Marina
Pietri. You got it.
I got nervous.
Don't be
I
nervous.
got nervous that I was going to say it wrong. So
Yeah,
I froze.
usually people say Pietri. Same
No,
thing.
I knew it wasn't
I respond to
Pietri.
both.
I knew it wasn't Pietri.
Yeah.
I got nervous for a second.
That's right.
Anyway, if you've been a loyal listener, Marina was on my very first episode ever, and since then she started her own podcast.
Just start my own podcast.
And your life has been a complete 360.
A complete, 180.
Oh,
180. 360's all the way around.
done a complete 180.
Yeah, full 180. So last time you guys heard from me, I was working full time, a 9 to 5, like most of you. I was working in corporate America, and I think I didn't listen back to the episode, but I think I spoke really highly of my job then, because it was right before.
It was before shit hit the fan.
Before shit hit
Definitely
the fan,
before shit
exactly.
hit the fan.
So, yeah, I was working. So, little quick backstory: I went to the University of Maryland for mechanical engineering. That was always a thing that I knew I was going to do. I was always very good at math and science, and it was just a straightforward thing for me, which I'm very, very lucky for. I didn't have to take a few years to figure out what I wanted to do. It was just straightforward engineering done. So I did that, and then I ended up getting a job right out of college in the elevator industry. So one of the largest, it's super cool. And I still think back and I'm like, it was such a cool job. It was such a cool job. I had so much fun. And the job that I was, my job title was project manager of the construction side of the company. And that for my personality and for mechanical engineers in general, that is such a perfect blend of both managerial role and also technical role, right? So I was on construction sites, making sure elevators, fit in this new construction plan before anything was built, talking to the GCs, doing all this coordination, right? And I absolutely loved my job. It was great. I was learning a lot, especially in that first year, the first 10 months, I was doing a lot of just learning the business, just honestly learning how elevators operate, because we don't get taught that.
But I think
in
about
college.
it every time I'm in an elevator now.
No, literally. And it's funny because in college, in the engineering building at UMD, the main engineering building, they have a glass back elevator in there to kind of to show off to the engineering students, look at how this elevator works. But there was never an elevator class or something. But I remember seeing that even before freshman year. It was the nerd program I did the summer before freshman year for engineers. I did that, and they showed us that elevator, and I was like, whoa, that's so cool. That was one of the first things I thought was so cool. And it's not I ever went to go after an elevator industry job. It just happened that everything fell into place. The manager of that office went to UMD, so that kind of got me a foot in and whatever.
That's a good thing about going to those big schools.
Oh yeah, so many connections. So whatever. I got that job, project manager in construction, so good. I loved it. But as I guess the economy tanked, they had to lay off a lot of people. And long story short, by November, really, I was on in September on your podcast. By November, my role basically turned from being super technical, pretty managerial when it comes to actual projects, managing the actual projects, to being more so of a secretary and admin in the office. And not for nothing, I'm not going to pull I'm the only woman card, but I was the only woman in my group, right? In the construction department, I was literally the only woman, which is fine. My entire 4 years of college, I was always one of the few females in the engineering classes. I'm used to it. But honestly, I do love working with men. They're super easy to work with, honestly, as long as they respect you. And all of my group, I don't want to call them group mates, but teammates, I guess. Teammates respected me, even though I was 5 years old and they were all older men, whatever. But it was just easier, clearly, to even for my manager, who was a woman, to throw the silly shit onto me. And I was newer. Like I was the youngest one, least experienced. So
I think it's more of that than being a girl.
True. Yeah. Least experienced, like more of like you're the intern. Yeah. Right. So it's like I ended up doing a lot of paperwork, shuffling papers and shit. So by the end of November, I really was like, yeah, I'm done. I'm quitting. Like, this is not worth it. And I know from talking to the rest of the company, like people in other departments. So they have the modernization department, which is they basically take elevators and modernize.
I love that. I love a nice modern elevator. Makes you feel safe.
Yeah, it's cute. And then they also have the maintenance and what is it?
Repairs?
Maintenance department, the people that keep up the elevator. That is, exactly. That is basically the biggest part of the company. But whatever. Talking to everyone that I knew in the entire company in that office, they were like, yeah, like times like this, it's gonna last like a few years. Like it's gonna. So they had to lay off a lot of people. A lot of people quit. So I'm like seeing people dropping like flies, and I'm like, this is not gonna get better for me.
No.
And so I was at a point where I was just like, I was fed up, and I texted, it wasn't a thing where I was like, I'm done, I'm just going to fucking quit. No, I talked to a lot of my friends,
I think you talked to me about it, where you were like, I think that. Yeah, definitely. Especially because you're in the 9-to-5 world. So like having your perspective too, because you are a personal trainer too, you do have a lot of experience too in the fitness industry, where so did I. And it was kind of this thing where if I quit, it's just going to be easy and it would make sense to fall back on my coaching and just run that full time. So I quit, not having anything lined up, not even a part-time engineering job, not a full-time engineering job, nothing. I just quit because I was like, I can't take this shit anymore. Oh, and I can't believe I forgot about this. The other part of it, oh my God, this is like. I thought you were going to talk about how your manager.
Yeah. So I moved.
I didn't know if you were saying that like if you were trying to not say that.
No. Are you kidding me? If you've listened to my first episode of my podcast, Grow Like a Girl, I drop every single dime of tea that you want to hear.
All right,
go check it out.
Give it to
first episode, I think I have like 160 downloads. Yeah. The rest of them have only like 50 or something.
People like the tea.
But people love the tea. I had someone in the office who I'm still friends with tell me that everyone in the office listened to it. And I was like, I fucking love that. Anyways, so basically I moved in December. Yes. When my lease was up, I moved. That it was a big part of it. So I already, by that point, I was already thinking about quitting. Basically, pretty much decided I was quitting. But I wanted to hold it out for my last commission check, which I get commissions from whatever.
Not the point.
From doing, not the point, whatever. I was trying to hold it off until basically mid-February. And by then, I was like, I'm not paying rent anymore. Not even because I was going to quit already, because it was still kind of like a 50-50 thing, but just because paying rent was like a check and a half for me. Yeah. Like I was getting paid twice a month, bi-weekly. I had to wait for my second check to be able to pay rent. So it was a lot. Like I was able to save, but like still I realized, okay, like when it comes down to it, after taxes, insurance, all this stuff, half of the money I was getting was going to rent. I'm like, this is not ideal. So whatever, I moved back home. Here in Jersey. I was in North Jersey. I moved back to Central Jersey. And by then I was already kind of doing most of the days, like 3 to 4 days I was doing more so like half days. So like half days in the office, coming home because I had a dog at home or had a dog at the apartment, had to take him out. And then sometimes I would go back to the office or I would just finish out work in my apartment because it's like, I was just doing emails. At that point, I was literally an admin, just writing emails. So when I officially moved, my commute was an hour and a half to the office and back. So I sat down with my manager and I'm like, hey, is it cool if we like kind of like officialize a sort of hybrid thing where most days in the office, like 3 days in the office, 2 days at home, or even like certain days when I have to go to a job site up north, then I'm obviously going to go to the office after because I'm nearby, like whatever. But kind of more of like a flexible sort of hybrid thing, but mostly still in the office because like I was still learning and I wanted to learn.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta go job sites and it's not.
Yeah, it's not
negotiable.
Exactly. So basically, she was like, no, Like, no, your job was never remote. Like, we can't do that. So I was like, okay, like, and I kind of pushed it a little bit more. I was like, all right, but like, my commute is like an hour and a half. Like, it's not, like, an hour we could do. An hour and a half, though, like, that is a lot. It's 3 hours of my day.
I want to bang my head against the steering
Exactly.
wheel.
And they're like, and I, like, again, I drink a lot of water, obviously, but I would have to stop a lot to pee. So it was probably more than, it was probably the same. It's probably more than an hour and a half after like some stops here and there. Maybe like one, but still. So she was like, no, like wouldn't budge. Whatever, I brought it up 2 weeks later, still no. And I was like, so then I actually brought my actual direct boss into it. He was like, you have to listen to her, whatever. And I was like, all right, so like, this isn't going to work because I'm not. So that kind of was like the straw that broke the camel's back. I was like, I was ready to make this work. I could have stuck it out more, you know. I did enjoy my team. Everyone on my team was great. I literally still think about them because they were great. Yeah. And so straw that broke the camel's back, I had to drive an hour and a half for probably a month there and back until my 2 weeks or whatever was up. And then, yeah, so basically, long story short, the girl that was hired in my place, who is my like closer friend that I made in the office, her friend was hired for my job. Okay. And so she still fills me in on the tea and stuff, and she still tells me to this day things have gotten worse. I'm like, so I made the right decision.
That's so nice to hear.
So it's reassuring. Yeah. But the girl that was hired, remote.
Dude,
she's remote.
So type of bullshit.
So it just assured me they had something, or no, she, my manager had something out for me. I don't know what it was, and like, there's a lot more that happened.
When you think a girl's out to get you, you're most of the time you're right.
You fucking know. And there was definitely a lot of like little things that happened within those leading weeks where I was like, why what's up with her? Like, why does she fucking hate me? I don't remember the
specific stories, but I remember there being multiple incidents where you would tell me something that happened.
Yeah, and I'm just like for no reason, like little things here and there. Yeah. And then again, through talking through other people, she's very much like that. Chooses favorites, chooses least favorites.
Feels threatened by.
Exactly.
I deal with that all the time.
Yeah, and honestly, and like, we can open this can of worms where it's like she's a grown woman. A grown woman who is clearly somehow intimidated or offended or off-put by at the time, 23-year-old little girl.
And then you turned 23.
I turned 23. Yeah. So she was intimidated by a 22-year-old little girl. Little tiny, just little sad girl. And she was like out for me. And I was like, I can't. Like, it's just and one of the things, I'm not even going to spill everything because I want you guys to listen to my episode. Yes. There is this line that she said in the meeting I had basically saying I was quitting. Yeah. There's something she said where my jaw dropped. Well, it didn't physically drop. I had to hold it back. But yeah, insane. I don't know if you remember that, but.
I don't remember the specifics, but now I'm going to go back and re-listen. Yeah. So
No, it was
I get it.
But whatever.
I get it. Your quality of life is, listen, you found a way to make it work. Maybe right now you don't have a job that matches your 401k.
Exactly.
You don't have like a job that gives you benefits, but you're happy. Exactly. You're sane. I'm like, this is all I'm going to say for now, but I know where you're coming from.
Yeah. No, exactly. And like, I will never talk ill about that experience. It's just more so when shit hit the fan, I ran.
You did some evaluating.
Ran away. Like exactly. I did evaluating. And so all of that in the past, now I am working full time.
Long story short.
Long story short, now I'm working full time as an online coach. I work with competitive clients, like lifestyle clients, functional cases, and also posing. So posing for bikini competitors, wellness competitors too. And I've really just dove into the business. I work super closely with the founder of Every Calorie Counts. So I'm a head coach of Every Calorie Counts.
Tim and Marina, not just
it's now. Yeah, it's now Tim and Marina. Riley's there too, but he's got work to do. I'm gonna show him this clip. But yeah, like I'm super, super happy. And like you said, of course I don't have the benefits, and that's something that will pop up into my head here and there where it's like, oh my God, like I'm 24 now, then I turn 25, and then I'm 26.
I know,
and I'm like, then I have to pay for my own health insurance. Like so
The thing is that people make it work. Like,
Yeah.
Tim is obviously like from a different generation than us.
Yeah.
And he's doing the same thing that you're doing.
Exactly.
And he's
But
okay.
honestly, I will say though, it's taken him a while too. It's only been,
sure.
yeah, it's only been, so he started coaching like in 2011, officially applied for his LLC 2013. So it's been 10 years, but honestly, really within the past 5 years is when he's really done a lot of growth. And then of course, since I came in, I'm like pushing a lot, and like I'm not trying to be like no. I've been pushing.
It's different because now there's a girl and a guy dynamic. So
Not even that, like I just have extra time to be able to push for different things, doing events, pushing for, redoing the podcast too. So we have our own podcast together, the Every Calorie Counts podcast. Now we're starting a third podcast. So a lot of talking. No, I haven't posted on Grow Like a Girl for months now. Just because honestly, like I don't want to like force things, right? And during prep, there was a period where the brain fog was real.
gonna say, you probably could
I could only give brain energy. Exactly. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start in January, restart. I already have like a plan. Like I'm going to do bi-weekly, not weekly, so that I don't have to like overwhelm myself. But basically I never wanted to force it. I always wanted the content and the episodes to be really genuine, and like, cause like there are periods where like I can talk, I can talk. And then there are periods where I literally can go a day without saying a word unless it's like to my clients and stuff. But yeah, during this year I did do a prep. I got the leanest I've ever been in my life, and
She's pretty lean.
The brain fog, I was pretty lean. The brain fog was pretty real. So even if I had ideas, I feel like the episodes would still
had
just
the
be
energy
black.
to sit there. Like you had
energy.
such little energy, it could not possibly be exerted on you talking.
Yeah, like I had to conserve it for my clients, and then for training, honestly, training cardio, and that's it. And forcing myself to eat. Well, not even forcing it. Like I had to eat. Like I was hungry, but like still, like you get to a point where you get hungry, but then sometimes even chewing, you're like,
too much.
Why do I have to chew this? And like one thing that I noticed this past prep is like, so when you diet and get lower on calories, obviously in a deficit, or you're in a deficit for a longer time, I don't know if you've ever experienced this, your body starts to conserve energy in different ways. So you don't use your hands as much.
Survival.
When
you're
you
like
talk.
in survival mode.
Yes, exactly. And you're not as animated. Facial expressions kind of go, just because even those little tiny, the NEAT honestly is trying to come down so that you're able to conserve energy, because you're only giving your body like 1,000 calories.
Oh my God.
So there was a point when driving back from Kingdom, I kept putting my car in auto hold. So like my car has a thing where if you hit auto hold and you're parked for like, or like not parked, if you're at a stoplight and your foot is on the brake for long enough, it'll put itself in park so you can lift your foot off of the brake. So I caught myself doing that continuously because holding the brake took too much energy. So like there was a point where
I would pass out.
I told my dad, I was like, the weirdest thing is like I've been using the auto hold a lot, and I'm like, oh. Like the second it came out of my mouth, I was like, never mind, don't worry about it, I'm good.
I'm fine, don't ask questions.
Yeah, literally.
This is good.
But yeah. So that was a rough time. Yeah. But hey, we did it. We're here.
It was. I feel like every time I saw you, something else was gone.
Was gone. Yeah. You posted on your Snapchat.
Her ass.
My ass was literally flat.
Marina's ass.
Yeah. So if there's any like wannabe competitors or
was new, like your delts.
Yeah, delts. Yes, a new vein.
Yes.
But the ash just kept going away. But if anyone is interested in compete or is a competitor, like when you get lean to a point where your glutes and your hamstrings show, like unless you have muscle, like I do not, like your ass goes away. Your ass goes away. And again,
It's
that is
back
the
though.
number one. That is the number one thing that I need to work on. Like if you look at my
Building
front
your-
pose,
like your-
everything, my glutes, because
Really nice shoulders.
yeah, my upper body, like we're good, we're balanced, but then when I turn around, my glutes are very small.
Like, cause you're like Latina, so you're
Just fat.
Yeah.
I just have
I
fat.
didn't wanna
Like I
say it,
posted,
but
no,
yeah.
literally. I posted a selfie today at the gym and my ass was like assing.
your ass is back.
Yeah.
It's back.
Oh, and she's in the mix right now.
Oh, she looks great.
Yeah.
I just feel like your fat like naturally goes there instead of like other places.
Yeah.
So then when you lose your body fat, you're like,
Exactly. It's weird. It's weird. And then even sitting on my ass, it
oh no.
hurts.
Oh no.
Yeah,
You
sitting
know
on a
what I think
toilet.
about, though? Like I went to a chiropractor a few years ago when my lower back was inflamed, and she was like, "Don't sleep on your stomach because like you got boobs, so then your back is gonna like curve because you like boobs, stomach."
Oh.
Yeah. So I was like, "Oh, okay." But so then I lay on my back, and it's the same thing because my ass
Oh,
and your
true.
back. I think it's more painful for. So I sleep on my side.
I sleep on my side.
I know. I was thinking about that the other day, and I was like,
I can't
like,
get
opened
into
my mouth to
the.
ask John about it, and then I was like, I don't know if I actually need clarification on this right now. Like, I'm
Exactly.
fine the way that I am.
Exactly. No. Yeah.
I need you to because you brought up the posing thing, it made me think. I need you to teach me how to do some basic stuff, because every time I go to like a photo shoot or someone's just like in the gym with a camera, they're like,
Oh, teaching you angles.
like I just don't know how to like pose. I'm like,
I know what you mean.
they're like, can you do something? Can you pose? I'm like, no.
No.
What do you mean no? And I'm like, no. I don't know what to do.
No, I would do the exact same. No, but I could definitely. I'm not even gonna like do like a posing. I'll just help you with your angles.
Yeah,
like that's
that's-
it. Because
that's what I need you
That's
to do for
really
me.
like it's so. Honestly, it is like modeling. It definitely is like modeling in a way when you're on stage, because like you want to hide certain parts of yourself, like your weaknesses, and show off your strengths. And that's the same when you're in front of a camera.
Yeah.
Like
I
you
need
want to,
that.
you want to highlight your strengths, hide your weaknesses.
I'm
But yeah.
fine. Like when I go take
We'll
my
do
selfies
that.
in the gym, I'm like, okay, this is great. And then I'm
But that's also like the same though. It's like the same kind of concept.
I think it's because I could see myself.
That's
so
true.
I'm like, I don't really know what I'm doing.
To practice more so not in front of a mirror, because that's something I make all of my clients do. Once we have somewhat of your front pose, your back pose, or in wellness case your front and your two sides and then your back, whatever. Once you have those down and you know what you're supposed to be doing, mirror goes away. No more mirror.
I
Like
need that.
you should be posing and like to your back camera, because there's not going to be a mirror on stage.
You
can't check yourself.
When I go to take pictures with my friends when we're out, I don't
That
I don't like freeze up and I'm like,
I don't know about that.
But I just like,
if
I
you-
know
if you
how to
put me-
position my body to look like great,
Yeah.
But then I go and take a picture with my friend and I'm sticking my whole entire gut out. My
Oh,
butt
yeah,
is out, and I'm like, why did you do what? Like
It's so weird. Like when I have clothes on, I don't know what to do. But if I'm like in leggings and a little sports bra, or even in a fucking like thong and a bikini top, I know what to do. But
every
Yeah,
time I take,
I agree.
every time I take a picture.
I agree. You're not alone.
Thank you. That makes me feel better.
Yeah.
But we'll talk. We'll talk about that.
Yeah. No. Definitely.
Anyway, I wanted to bring you back on because, well, first of all, because your life did a whole 180, not
Yes.
360.
Yes.
Two, you posted a TikTok. Was it last week?
Yeah.
Last week.
Something like that.
And this is something that I've been talking about with my clients and like trying to drill. Like I have some of my clients that I can just like say things like, I'm like, knock it off. Like,
Yeah.
stop it. And then some that I like, we don't have that type of banter.
Yeah.
But you made a TikTok that got a lot of heat talking about periods.
Periods.
Can you quickly recap what you said?
Should
in
I play the
video?
TikTok?
Did you what?
Should I play the TikTok?
I don't know if it'll pick up the sound. Wait, yeah,
I
well.
can like play it straight into the mic. Oh God. All right.
I was gonna comment on this, and then I got too like caught
Too
up.
heated. Like you started sweating.
Yeah, yeah. Like I was, my thumbs were like, and then I was like, Liz, stop. Like,
Yeah. All right, so I'm just gonna play the sound, and you guys should go like it.
Go like it.
My TikTok is Marina Pietri Fit.
Don't you hate when you go to show someone a TikTok and it doesn't load?
It's not loading.
Yeah. That happened today. Biagio was like, I have a TikTok to show you. It didn't load. And then when it loaded, it was the Jonas Brothers one that you sent.
Stop using your period as an excuse to eat shit. Know your body isn't craving. Know your body doesn't need fast food, shitty food, comfort food when you're on your period. You're literally just using your period as another excuse not to be on plan and not to get shit done. Sure, you may crave chocolate when you're on your period, but it's more so a habit than it is an actual craving from your body. Basically, if every period you're grabbing chocolate and justifying eating chocolate because you're on your period, it's going to keep happening. It's a cycle. Break the cycle. Two final points I want to make. Number one, your period comes every month. Well, it should be coming every month. And it's for what, 4 to 6-ish days, let's say? And your anticipation is to fall off every period. That is so much lost progress every single month to take 4 to 6 days off. No. And number two is if you feel like shit, don't feed your body shit. It should be more of a sign to treat your body better. Stop using your period.
Boom.
Not me nodding at myself.
I'm like, I have so many things to say.
Yeah. So like definitely lots of when it comes to this topic, like I'm not even gonna trigger warn. This isn't a trigger warning. Like truth bombs are gonna be dropped. Reality will be checked, and I'm not being nice about it. I'm not being nice about this shit. The whole there's like 123 comments on there, and it's basically, so me and Liz were kind of chatting about this briefly in the gym today because I was like, hey, like do we have any type of sequence tonight, like whatever, and she was like, no, we're just gonna fucking get into it. I was like, great. But I was like, I think my TikTok landed on the wrong side of TikTok. And she was like, no, like, if anything, it landed on the right side because these people are triggered and they clearly needed to hear that. Yeah. And so that is very much true. Like these people who are commenting, mostly girls who are commenting, are clearly triggered because some insecurity inside of them was lit up. And basically the essence of that TikTok, if you listen and if you have common fucking sense, is that is basically just not to use your period as an excuse to hold you back from whatever goals you're running after. And obviously a lot of people are picking at the whole chocolate thing, like, oh my God, shut the fuck up, because I love chocolate. I have chocolate all the time.
I know.
I had chocolate today.
It's just part of it.
It was just
a stereotype of a
period.
period.
Yeah, exactly. That I was obviously using that because it was like part of, again, that stereotype. But when it comes to those period cravings you're feeling, that's bullshit. That is literal bullshit. Like, and you can talk about all the fucking studies that are being done, but again, these studies that are being done on the average unhealthy, disgusting American who's always going to have cravings because they're feeding their body shit, whether it's fast food, whether it's chemicals, processed foods, which are literally engineered to be addictive.
Yes. Cheetos.
Right? So it's like Pringles.
I read a whole study on Cheetos.
But seriously, like Pringles, oh my God, stop doing that. But
no, dude, I haven't had them in so long.
No, I can't because then I can't stop.
I used to get the little
But yeah, of course, when your body is in a state of not feeling its best because you're bleeding, because your body is sad because you're not having a baby, whatever the fuck is going on, obviously you feel like shit, you're gonna want something that comforts you. But if you're constantly giving yourself whole single food ingredients, balanced meals, high protein, good source of carbs, good source of healthy fats, it's so fucking weird because then all your cravings go away. What? Yeah. So crazy. And there have been so many of my clients who come to me with lots of PMS symptoms, awful cravings, bloating, cramping during their period. And after 4 weeks of being consistent to their shit, oh my God, Marina, this is my first period since we worked together, and it's like any other day. I'm like, that's what it's supposed to be like.
Yeah, because it's
like, sure, training performance goes down. That is normal. Our hormones are at their lowest. That is normal. Like when it comes to physical activity, yeah, we're like physically gonna feel like shit. But when it comes to the inner workings, like as long as you're still feeding yourself consistently with single whole food ingredients, balanced meals, you're either going to crave more of the food because you want a little bit more energy, a little bit more ability to recover.
Down, yeah.
Yeah. You may want extra oatmeal with extra chocolate chips. like extra dark, like that's what I do sometimes. I'll put a little extra dark chocolate, you know? But like, it's just, and people took this way out of context where obviously they're going to pick at the little things like chocolate, like, oh my God, like, sorry, I'm going to have chocolate on my period and it's not going to kill me. Who the fuck was talking about death? Who was talking about death? But whatever.
People, I have so many things. First of all, being somebody who's been on social media on a decently large platform
You definitely get a lot
for a
of hate.
while. Yes. And the people that comment stuff like that are the people.
You need to hear it.
Yes. Because you're not saying don't eat chocolate on your period or you will die.
Yeah.
You're saying, hey, we get our periods every month. It's very,
That's the other thing,
that's a
yeah.
whole nother story that it is just so unfortunate. But a woman typically gets her period every single month. You can't use that as an excuse to be shitty.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh,
And
I just got my period. I'm going to get Chick-fil-A. No, you're fucking not.
It's not minimizing anybody's PMS cramps and
Yeah.
like when I was in high
If anything, it's making it worse. When you're giving your body highly inflammatory foods, highly inflammatory oils, bullshit that your body is like literally trash, that your body is trying to digest, you're going to feel worse.
Yes.
And like I said, if you feel like shit, why would it make sense to feed your body shit? And then go like further, sorry, I'm cutting you off, but like I'm getting heated. Like going into that, like I think you were about to say, like it's coming every month. Like that is lost progress. Again, a meal here and there. Like I have clients who have free meals once a week, twice a week, whatever. Like that isn't like, but the whole point is the big picture where it's like your period should not be setting you back every single
You
month.
need to learn to adapt to it. It's not going
It's going to happen no matter what. And one example I like to use is if you're in a challenge, if you're in a contest prep, if you're a bodybuilder. So, I mean, this isn't the best analogy because like obviously when you're in a contest prep, there's a point where you crave everything because you're so hungry, whatever. But let's just use, a powerlifting prep. Okay. Like if a powerlifter, good athlete is in a powerlifting prep and they have to cut weight, they have to cut, I don't know how much weight they normally cut.
Wrestlers do the same thing.
Like 10, 15 pounds, I don't know. And you're at the beginning of your progress or process, whatever. And your period comes, you still fucking follow your plan.
You have to. It's the same thing
You
when
have
you're
to.
a high school athlete.
And it's the
They
same.
don't give a shit if you have your period.
So I like to use that analogy. Like again, I don't put my lifestyle clients on the same level as my athletes. They don't need to. But in the same breath, if you have a goal, you want to get to here. This is what we have to do to get to here. Why of all things, why are you using your period to set you back? When we have, I don't know, we have a free meal here, we have a free meal there, we got a holiday here, holiday there. Your period of all things is what you're going to use to fuck shit up.
Nothing else in your life stops because you have your period.
You have your
Exactly.
period, you still got to go to work.
Exactly.
I just remember back in high school, I used to wear like those Nike dry fit like spandex under my dark jeans because of how heavy everything was, and my back the first day would be in such an insurmountable amount of pain, but I had to go to track practice.
Yeah.
after.
And then same concept for anyone that's in college. You have an exam in a week, you still fucking study for it. If you're bleeding out of every single hole in your body, you still have to study for your exam that's
And
tomorrow.
if it's really, really that bad and a burden on your life, then there are doctors.
I was just gonna say that too. If you have, that's a whole different.
If you have medical.
The caveats are there are people with really bad PMS symptoms. I've worked with a few women who came to me. It's like PCOS, this and that, up the wazoo.
People like to make themselves look, well, you don't understand.
Yeah, no, they come to me like awful PMS symptoms, but the ones that are ready, like, hey, I'm ready to fix this. I'm ready to do what I have to do. Sure. It takes a few weeks, but once you clean up the diet, you're on top of your water, on top of your micronutrients, your fiber, your vitamins, minerals, everything, on top of your sleep, of all things, managing your stress in your life properly. PMS symptoms, I want to say 85% of PMS symptoms do subside 100%. Like, it is amazing what good food and good rest will do for females. Because I'm sorry, like I don't want to sound like I'm not a misogynist. I don't want to sound like a misogynist in any way because people are going to take this the wrong way. But like females,
you're a woman who goes through this.
Yeah,
stuff.
I'm a woman and like I work my ass off. I'm a competitor. I'm an athlete. Like whatever. Yeah. Women are literally made by God. Sorry if you don't believe in God, but I do. Just to make babies. Just to produce. Yeah. Just to reproduce and make babies and hold a baby once a month, right?
Yeah, we're the only ones that can do it.
Yeah, we are. We are special like that. We are so cool. But when, what was I saying? Oh, so nowadays, the American people, the average American is under so much stress that there are women who just don't get periods.
Yeah, that's
a stressful thing. If your body can't ovulate properly and have a period, your body's under a lot of stress. Then on top of it, we work 9 to 5. On top of it, we have kids who are fucking screaming like in our ears. We have a husband who can't do his own laundry. Like
bosses
there's like
who text you and over.
Bosses who literally won't let you, who make you drive an hour and a half there and back to the office. No, but seriously, like female bodies are not meant to be under this much stress. And it's like, then on top of it, you want to train really hard. Like, so it's like, we need to respect stressful things for what they are, whether it is work, whether it is family, whether it is training or anything. Because if, like, the first thing that's going to go is our menstrual cycle and our hormonal health and our everything, right? So, like, we need to just treat our bodies like they are what they are, which is a fucking temple.
Yep. And I think like, because I hear it sometimes from like friends or like clients that are like, just blame everything on, oh, my weight went up. It's probably because I had my period last week. I'm like, that's
another thing. It's like, my period is coming. I can't da-da-da. I'm on my period. I can't da-da-da. My period just ended. I can't da-da-da.
Yeah, I'm like, this
oh
is
my
a cycle.
God.
Oh, my weight's up because it's probably because I'm getting my period next week. Oh, my weight's up.
Like, no, maybe you just didn't sleep that well last night. Maybe you're really stressed because of exam week.
Exactly. I'm like,
or something.
Your weight was up 3 weeks in a row. It's just because your
it's
just because your weight's up.
Yeah.
But it's how do I say? I feel very strongly that exercise is essential for our body, and it needs to be routine the same way that I take care of myself in brushing my teeth and stuff. And maybe not like heavy exercise.
Okay, yeah.
Like not like
movement, daily movement.
Yes. Like I'm not saying get in the gym and be like working your ass off hardest like 7 days a week. No, but it's important that like you take care of your mobility, like you take care of your heart health, just movement
absolutely.
And exercise in general, not just the weightlifting scene. If I have a period, I'm still going to brush my teeth.
Yes.
Because I need to take care of my teeth.
Mm-hmm. And it's the same way with, if I have my period, I'm still going to eat a nutritious meal.
That's
the same way I'll brush my teeth.
That's how you should. I think it's that mindset that we need to start getting into. And I feel very strongly about this. And I think that that's what you were trying to say, where it's like, hey, I'm not telling you.
The world doesn't stop.
Your cramps are fake. Oh, hello. I'm not telling you your cramps are fake. I'm not telling you that these things are not happening to you, but you need to find a way to adapt.
To or even
your body.
To take care of your body.
Your
like
body's in pain
because as you continue to take care of your body, again, these symptoms subside. They really just subside. Like, exactly. And it's magical. Actually, it's not magical. It's literally just science. How our bodies work. Science. Yeah. No, but I completely agree with you. Like mobility, like moving daily, like not just like sitting in front of a computer all day. Right. But then the other part of it is like, I want to say 40% of my female clients don't train because they are under so much stress already from work, from just birthing a child. Like I had postpartum, a month postpartum. All right, I'm ready. I want to lose weight. I'm like, babe, we're not training.
Yesterday.
Literally. You literally just birthed human life.
Yeah.
Like, give yourself a fucking break. So, like, it's still, like, kind of tough to get through to her. She's gotten a lot better, though, and she's made a lot of progress. But she's not training, and she's still, like, asking when can I train, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, we need to first get consistent with our diet, fuel our body properly so that we can recover from
healthy enough
training,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
and it's like, my whole concept is that like training is another stressor. You're under so much stress.
Resistance training is literally
We go to the gym to put our body under stress to be able to grow muscles, right? Our body doesn't react to something unless it's a stressor, right? And our body can't react and grow muscle unless we give it the stressor of resistance training. But people forget that it's a stressor. It's causing inflammation in our body. So whatever, this woman, I'm just like, we're not adding more stress right now because we're already under eating. We're already dealing with a brand new, like, newborn baby, newborn life.
Her sleep like shit, which is not her fault.
Yeah, exactly. Like, so she can't recover well. Even if she was eating enough, she's not sleeping well, whatever. So yeah, it's just like understanding and respecting.
Any other sort of movement? Sorry,
So I obviously steps, daily movements, and I'm having her do like yoga at home when the baby's napping.
Cool.
Like some little stuff on.
I just sit.
Yeah, no. Yeah, just like very leisure movement. And I'm like, not hot yoga, like restorative, chill. Like, guys, I went to hot yoga. I know you've been to hot yoga. I went to hot yoga.
I saw your story. You're like,
and I was
didn't
like,
expect it to be that hot.
Like, I knew that it was intense because it's in a hot room, but I didn't expect to leave completely soaked.
I have, like, the only way I can describe it is as if I jumped into a pool. The way that I have to peel off my clothes
yes.
and I can wring
I
them
was
out.
like, at first I was like, wait, is this normal? Like, do I have a sweating problem?
No.
Which I definitely have a little bit of a sweating problem, but like,
okay, well,
but still, like after I was like even my friend who doesn't sweat as much as me, she was like, no, I leave also soaked. I was like, okay. No, but it was like really intense. Like I knew that it wasn't calming. I knew that. I just wanted to try it, but I didn't think it was like the whole time. Like,
do you know if you took like a power flow class?
No, I think it was just like a regular vinyasa. Something or another.
I took the first time I went to the studio that I go to, I didn't realize that I
think I'm going to sign up at the studio that you're going to. Yoga Solace Club? Yeah.
Yeah.
They have a new members thing. It's like
$45 for the month, I think it is.
But use
like
your
cheap.
buy one, get one free pass first, and then
I think
$45 a month.
but then once you do the buy one, get one, you're not a new member.
You are. I did that.
Oh, you did it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But anyways, so the first time I went there, I didn't realize that I signed up for a power vinyasa, and I left and was like, what the fuck? I don't feel zen at all.
Yeah.
And then I went to this
Like
other
that they
girl.
have a lot of different classes there.
So they have two different, like the Tuesday, Thursday is intense. That shit beats my ass. The girl that I go to on like Friday nights, it's so nice. I still sweat my ass off, but I feel like so peaceful.
So do you do the hot there?
Yeah.
Or do you do normal?
I do the hot because I use the Peloton app to do yoga. So I'll do it like I did 45 minutes today in my room. Mm-hmm. I just really love sweating out all my disgustingness.
It's true. It was nice after.
I feel like I shed a skin.
Yeah.
That's how
true.
I feel.
It is nice.
So if I could shed my skin once a week, it's like, so this is going to sound really cheesy and gross, but I feel like I'm sweating off like all the bad things, you know, like.
Well, if you think about it, yeah, it's like a meditative thing too.
Like not necessarily like toxins, but it's like I just come out and I feel lighter.
Yeah.
Like.
I did feel lighter after. I was like, what is this? And I was like, oh, well, I did probably just sweat off 10 pounds.
Yeah, it's like, well, first of all, your water weight's gone. Two, it's just, you're like in that.
Yeah, I feel like it's also exfoliating too sometimes. Because then I'll take like the fucking towel and like scrub my face because my entire face is like sweating. But yeah, I'm going to sign up.
Okay, we should go together one day.
Definitely.
Okay, I would have fun.
I went once with my friend and I'm one of those that like, I laugh in serious situations. And like when we were doing some like tricky thing, I looked over at her and I was like, like I made that noise and I was like, and she was like about to piss herself because she's like, Marina, shut the fuck up. It was dead silent in there. It was just like so bad. Like I'm like, I can't go with you anymore because like me and her are just like goofy.
You need to be like in front of her. Like
Yeah, no, I can't be. No, I was next to her.
Linear.
I was next to her, and every time I looked over, I like could not help myself.
I love it. It gets so hot in that room.
Oh,
too.
God.
It's
I'm like
so
laughing
nice.
about it, but
I'm happy you tried it though. I just laughed at your story.
I
when you were
went
like, I
to-
just wasn't expecting it.
yeah. And then everyone was like telling me to try out Pilates. I looked it up, and I was like, "There's no fucking way I'm doing."
I don't think Pilates is my jam. Like it's just.
Have you done it?
I've done bar.
I've done bar too.
It's.
Bar I could do because it was more like. I mean, I think I took like a super easy class. It was like when I was in a sorority and like we did this like little event, like this little event thing. Me and a sorority guy stop.
Oh my god! I keep forgetting about that, Marina.
But like we just kind of did
bar?
like stretches on the bar. And I was like, this isn't too bad.
I like yoga. Pilates, I just don't know.
Yeah, I heard
I'm
that
not
it's
a
just
big
like
group exercise person to begin with. I can do yoga,
Yoga.
because it's like group, but also
I definitely can
not.
probably only do yoga. I also just need to be flexible again. And like it'll definitely help me with lifts. It'll help me with posing for sure. Like
I forget that you were a gymnast. Like,
yeah,
you
guys, I used to
bend over
do the
backwards.
splits.
I can almost do the splits.
Oh my god! And the current Miss Bikini Olympia just posted a video of her stretching, and then she just plops into a split. And I'm like, guys, I need to do yoga.
That's your sign.
I need to do yoga. Yeah.
That's my goal, to be able to be at a party in my fit jeans, of course, and drop into a split. So I know they won't rip, so it's safe to do, you know.
That'd be good in marketing.
I know. Somebody take a video of me. And I'm like this close. I have like that much.
Really?
Space. Yeah. I'll show you after.
That's probably the hardest.
The side, not
The hardest to like get past.
Yes.
So like once you're like down.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm sure that I could get a little bit closer. I'm just not sure if my hip socket would feel good after.
Joint. Wonder how that joint is doing down there. Oops.
Mine's all right. I had to start working on it because my squat looked like on a next level of embarrassing, and I was filming myself.
Yesterday?
No. Unless you thought that was the next level embarrassing. No.
I didn't think it was next level. I thought it was just a lot of weight, and I was like, Liz, come on.
I honestly, I did not intend for that. I was like, I'm going to go for 4 sets of 10. And then it was just really heavy. And I was like, I'm going to fuck around for like 5 seconds. So I did. Whatever. Anyway.
Crazy.
Yeah. I just like kind of spazzed out. And then I was like, stop. That's not what you're training for. But I just wanted to do it. So I did. Nobody was looking. No, my squat when I was like a June, all throughout college, basically, was just like,
Yeah.
just I basically was folded in half.
I mean, I have really long femurs, so my foldability isn't good. So we actually took a video. I have to post it on the YouTube. All of our gym content is on the every calorie counts on YouTube. So I'll be posting up these certain videos too of like demonstrations for movements, all filmed at Kingdom. Yeah. But we did one where me and Riley were lined up next to each other and kind of showing how I fold in a squat versus him. And he's like basically perfectly made for a squat. He can go straight up and down perfectly, and then you see me and it's like because my femurs are so long, like my ankle mobility too just isn't there, so that's why I don't squat. It's just not for my body, you know.
I think that's a good thing to point out too. Is like it's not everyone's body's just
But there are like modifications, like when I use the wedges.
that's what me and John
Perfect.
posted about
Yeah.
this week. 'Cause
Yeah, there you go.
It's just like a standard squat's not. Our bodies are all. Yeah. For me, it was like
Same with deadlifts.
Yes.
Like conventional I can do, it's just not comfortable. It's like, so don't do it. So I sumo instead. Yeah, that's fine. Well, I kind of like mid sumo. I don't like fully sumo. Like
I kind of mid sumo.
I'm mid
too.
sumo.
So I see the way that like these power lifters are like basically
All the
in
way
a
on the
split,
ground,
and
yeah.
I'm like, can't. For me, it was in my squat. It was my hip mobility. I had 0. So once I got to like just above parallel, my hips were like, ooh, we can't go down any further, so we're just gonna go forward. And
yeah,
that's
exactly.
not-
That's how.
I don't need to explain to you that that's not good.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but squat's not for everyone.
What else we got on deck?
I don't know.
Lizzie, Lizard.
I feel like that's what I wanted to talk to. All I wanted to talk to you about. Happy holidays.
Merry Christmas. When is this going up?
Oh, I'm gonna post this on Tuesday because I normally do Monday, but Monday is the Lord's birthday. So
All right. Well, Merry Christmas. Merry late Christmas,
Okay, I'll ask
everyone.
one question to close. What is your opinion on the Santa Claus movies with Tim Allen?
Hey, I haven't watched them in a while.
It's my favorite. I didn't know that they were like pretty widely shit on. Apparently,
Really?
like everyone's.
I don't think they're like bad. I like all Christmas movies. I don't discriminate.
Thank you. I really like the Santa Claus 3 with Jack Frost in it, and apparently that's embarrassing.
I think I've only watched the first Santa Claus.
The second one's kind of buns, but the third one is it's good.
Everyone's good. Maybe I'll watch it tonight. Elf is superior, though. Sorry.
Oh well, nothing makes me laugh like Elf, except for like
And The Grinch.
love
The
the
one with
Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey.
Yeah, love the Grinch.
I love it. That's it. I'm not going.
I'm laughing because
9 p.m. Dinner with me. Can't cancel that again.
I'm laughing. My favorite is Max. Fetch my cloak.
No, shut up. I literally love The Grinch. The Grinch is me, if anyone cared. I am the Grinch.
I have to show you
But not with Christmas. I'm the Grinch with
regular basis.
just everyone should look out. You know what I'm saying?
You're pretty Grinchy.
I'm
but
Grinchy.
you are the Grinch because you're Grinchy on the outside, but when
I
we
have
like you,
a heart.
you're warm and cuddly.
Woman cuddly.
Oh,
And I have a little Max.
yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Except he's perfect now.
Except he's massive and knocks me over, so
I love him.
he's perfect.
Yeah, he is.
Do
Do you want to?
yeah.
Do you want to tell people where they can follow your new stuff?
Yeah, so you can Instagram Marina Pietri Fit. Pietri is Pietri. Marina is like boat dock. Marina is just like a boat dock.
Like Del Rey.
Like yes. Marina like Del Rey. Where else? TikTok is Marina Pietri Fit. YouTube, Every Calorie Counts. 2 podcasts right now. The Every Calorie Counts podcast. We post videos every Friday. Video is also on the YouTube, but episodes, audio on Fridays. And then Grow Like a Girl, I haven't posted in a while, so no one come after me, but I will,
She came
okay?
on here and said that she will.
Yeah, so now I have to, okay? And yeah, if anyone wants to DM me any questions they have, maybe I sparked some thoughts in you guys, you can definitely
Throw a little hate
hit me
comment
up.
on her TikTok.
Throw a little hate comment. Like my TikTok. Give me some love over there.
Maybe throw something positive her way.
Yeah.
The video needs.
I need it. It needs a little boost.
Thanks for coming on, Marina.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, you're welcome.